So that's what it's going to take. If you're the only person there and they have trust and belief in you, and they must have belief in you, otherwise you wouldn't have changed positions, Elizabeth. That's the way you bring about change. Trust, belief, and that rapport. You must have the rapport with them. Otherwise, they wouldn't recognize you as a leader. And you are the great leaders you are. So continue to have that village. You need that village, everyone cooperating together. I was talking to one person and they said, was it you, Anna? And you said, well, they're not going to listen to me. And I said, you know what? It's going to take a while. You can't change them. Just because you've changed and you came back and you know all of the math correct language, you can't change them overnight. So it's going to take a little while to bring about that change.
And so rather than expecting our students to adjust to us, we should adjust to them. And I read an article some years ago about the modality of learning styles. And it said that we should teach according to how we want the students to learn. Like if we want them to learn a song, we should not give them the words to the song. Instead, we should let them hear the song and we should sing the song because we want them to sing. We don't want them to read, so don't give them the words. So that just speaks about how you teach something is in direct correlation to how they learn. And so that's what I think this quote is speaking of. Learn how to use information well to inform and adjust their teaching.
To understand the classification of three-dimensional figures, teachers test various three-dimensional figures to see if they spin, roll, stack, and/or slide. To assess their understanding, teachers create a concept map for three-dimensional figures categorized by their basis.
Ready? Hold it. Four. Hold it. The ball. Spin it. It roll. It spin. Can it hear? Stack. Well, can you stack? Well, no.
Well, you should be able to stack on top.
Okay.
So you have to be able to stack.
Okay. Well, how do you know it has to be able to something to stack on top of it?
But it'll roll over. Because it doesn't have a flat surface.
No, but I'm saying it stacks. It stacks on something on. It stacks on top of something. No.
Yeah, it's not really.
It has usually.
Look, it's stacked.
But technically, when you stack something, it has to have a flat surface, doesn't it? It doesn't have to have a flat surface for it to be able to stack. Because if you put something on top, you know.
Okay. Here, spin and roll, and it's slide.
No.
It's gonna roll. Roll on slide.
It did slide and it did roll.
It did roll, did slide.
Did roll, did
Now
slide.
you have an item that only
Yeah.
did a roll.
No. Which is the ball.
How many different categories do you have? Three.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right. You can take that simple experiment and make a C-map on geometric figures. Looking at the qualities in your group, don't change your group. So here are some words that are going to help you out. So you are going to divide that C-map up and have it as
We're
three
going to do
different
that one. I'm going
categories,
to take notes here.
and you have your word choices to help you out.
Sounds good. Yeah. You even have three over here.
And we got
The one that's low
96, in professional learning community, participants pay attention to their practice and continually fine-tune it so that their students learn what is expected. What do you think?
Well, I mean, I agree. I think that in a ideal professional learning community, you come together and you talk about the concepts that you're teaching, and you're able to pick up on things that maybe you weren't stressing during your instruction. Like, for instance, we've been doing fractions, and I was having students label unit fractions on a number line, but for some reason when we worked with area models, I forgot about it. Like, in a number line, I was like, make sure you label unit fractions, but in doing area models, I hadn't, and people were showing, like other teachers were showing their examples, and it made sense why my students were struggling, because I was stressing something in one area, but in another area, I just kind of forgot. So I was able to be like, okay, well, this is something that I also need to incorporate when doing this other activity. So I think that if it's a positive learning community, then you're able to pick up on that, on when you're not doing right or what you could do better.